Hello guys and welcome to another episode. My name is Alex from Tech Fusion and today I want to showcase and benchmark the RX 6700 XT from XFX. This GPU right here promises to be quite a beast as it is built on the RDNA 2.0 architecture from AMD with proud boost clocks of 2600 MHz, which is significantly higher than its NVIDIA counterparts, which boost up to around 1900 MHz for the RTX 3080 series. It packs in 12 GB of GDDR6 RAM with a bus width of 192, making it more than perfectly adequate for 1440p gaming. I know that nowadays RGB is all the rage, but you're gonna lose out on those 10 FPS extra performance since this card doesn't have any lights at all. But it does pack in 3 fans at the front, 2 of them being 90mm and one 100mm right dead in center. And its outer shell, both on the front and on the back, it's made of plastic. And on the back here it has a pass-through design allowing all that hot air to be exhausted relatively easily. This card right here can easily occupy 2 slots on your motherboard since it's quite beefy. It has a width of 132mm or 5.2 inches. And it sits at a height of 51mm or 2 inches. It is quite lengthy as well, having 332mm or 12.7 inches. It is recommended that you run a 550 watts power supply for it, but I have seen on the Radeon official website that they recommend a 650 watts PSU, but I can actually confirm that after running it myself with a 550 watts PSU, I had absolutely no problems and I even managed to overclock it to 2700 MHz quite easily. I'm not going to go into the financial aspect of this GPU since its value is still well above MSRP, which was of $480 back at launch. But depending on which offers you might find on the internet nowadays, because I've seen a lot of these GPUs floating around out there, you might still be happy with its performance since it packs in quite a punch. Today's video is brought to you by our sponsor Surfshark. Surf the web with your online identity protected and stay private at all times while being able to access geo-restricted content. Make use of real-time alerts when your email and passwords are at risk of being hacked while removing ads, trackers, malware and phishing attempts all along the way. And all of this under one simple account for all of your devices. Be sure to check the link below for an 80% off using the link in the video description. So without further ado guys, let's get into benchmarks. Right guys, so for the Battlefield 5 gaming demonstration, as you can see the temperatures are quite in check. It's sitting at around 60 degrees and its noise levels are quite okay as well. And overall I would say that this card it is quite capable of the 1440p gaming performance as advertised. I did try to run the game with ray tracing support, but I couldn't get it to run at all. I'm not sure if this is a problem with my machine or not, but I am running the latest AMD software and I did try to reinstall the game with the same result every time. So the game wouldn't start or overall it got hung up and I couldn't run ray trace on it. So overall this is the performance you can expect for this game with this card at this resolution. So Resident Evil is running very well on this card as well. It is matching the 1440p performance that AMD is claiming on this GPU. It does support ray tracing on and it has a maximum FPS of 55, just reaching an average FPS of 50. It is below the 60 FPS that everybody is looking for, but it is well above the 30 FPS which is needed for a relatively smooth gaming experience.
What happened?
Assassin's Valhalla manages to do quite well on the 1440p gaming setup as well for this GPU, managing with ray tracing on a maximum of 74 FPS and just an average of 67 FPS. This overall means quite a buttery experience through the whole gaming session for Assassin's Creed Valhalla running the RX 6700 XT. Cyberpunk 2077 managed to do quite okay on the 1440p gaming as well, but do keep in mind I had to put ray tracing off, since if I enabled it, then the average FPS would drop to just below 20, making the whole gaming experience overall unpleasant. But with ray tracing off, the max FPS for this game was at 54, with its average FPS sitting at 49, giving quite a pleasant experience even for the max and ultra settings enabled for 1440p. So here we are at the end of another video. If you liked it, you know what to do. Hit that like button and consider subscribing to our channel. And don't forget to leave your thoughts and comments down in the box below to tell us what exact GPU you might want to see in future episodes. Thank you guys once again, and see you in the next one.